so much. Well, summer is officially here in just 2 days, and 4th of July is just about 2 weeks away. Can you believe that? So what should you do if you're still looking for a getaway, and how can you still find a deal? Well, I've got an expert joining me right now. Liana Corwin from app Hopper is going to give us all the scoop. Liana, you're the person to know. So tell me, how is summer shaping up as a whole, and how do the prices compare this year to last?
So this summer is looking like it's going to be really popular this year, as it always is. And some good news is that prices are not more expensive this year than last, and they're actually down compared to a few years ago. So we're looking at some stable pricing trends right now.
I love to hear that. Now, am I too late to the party? If I haven't planned something yet, am I really going to find a good getaway?
Yes, no, you're not too late. You will find a good getaway, especially if you're looking for July and August. June is actually the peak of the travel season. So, if you're trying to get away in the next week or so, I would say that might be a little tough. But July and August really offer the best deals, so you have time.
What about for the 4th of July holiday? Deals still available?
Yes, you don't have to fret with 4th of July either. There are some great deals available, especially out of the New York area, for just under $220. So places like Toronto, if you wanted to, take an international destination while you have some extra time, or right here, there's Orlando is a great option as well, and that's about $195.
Yeah, I don't want to interrupt you, but I think we have a list kind of compiled for you of some of the flights. So if in fact you're trying to plan, we can give you, here's some of the tips. So go ahead and walk me through some of these.
Yes, so if you want to get away for 4th of July, book by this Thursday if you can. Again, that's only a couple of days, tomorrow, essentially.
Get it done.
But basically prices start to spike by about $9 a day starting on Thursday. So, if you book Friday, you're just adding a little bit extra to your ticket cost. Prices tend to stay, stable up until this point, and then they start to jump. So if you can get your plans in together, you should definitely work on that.
All right, so Orlando, Chicago, and Toronto are probably
those are
the best ones.
From this area.
So I've always heard, and I don't know if this is true, but as far as hotel deals are concerned, like 1 to 2 weeks out is probably the best and kind of the cutoff. We're at that mark, so where do we stand with hotels?
So with hotels, if you're planning to go to a major city destination, that's actually definitely the sweet spot. So you should start looking for your hotel rooms now.
What about before that? Is it too bad? Should you just wait for that 1 to 2 weeks?
No, actually, what's really interesting is sometimes you can find the best prices 2 to 3 months in advance, especially if you're going to a more leisure destination. Think something like Hawaii or the beaches of Florida. So what you can do is actually start keeping track of your prices early. What people don't realize is they actually change more often than you might think. So apps like Hopper, for instance, will keep track of a specific hotel for you and send you a notification when we see a deal.
You mentioned the app. Tell me a little bit more about how that can be useful to me as a traveler.
So Hopper will essentially keep track of all of your flights and hotels for you and send you notifications when we detect deals. So Hopper takes in over 2 billion prices a day.
Wow.
And we're able to process all of this information. So anytime we see a deal, we send it directly to your phone so you don't miss that.
Now, is it free for me, or if I book through you, do you guys take a fee? How does that work as far as pricing is concerned?
So it's completely free to download, and there is no fee associated with it.
Great, so you're just doing all the work for me.
Exactly.
It's like having my own personal travel agent. I like the way you work. So one of the things I don't like, though, and recently we've seen it a lot at area airports, such long lines. Do you have any tips on how we can navigate better?
Yes, I know. The lines are really long. JFK is going to be the busiest airport for 4th of July. So if you're planning to go through there, give yourself at least 2 hours before you get to the airport. It's a lot of time, but it'll save you some hassle. And then, think about services like Clear, for instance. They're great. I use them myself. And they'll kind of expedite you through the airport. They're kind of a private security line, essentially. So you get pre-clearance, and they're in about 50 airports worldwide.
Oh, I like that. Now, what if you decide that you want to take a flight somewhere else to see fireworks? Any great towns across the country that you would suggest or recommend?
So I think one of the best places for that there's a great party is Nashville. They start live music starting at noon, and it goes all the way up until the fireworks actually kick off after sundown. So it's a really great, it's a great option. If you're not really that into the country music scene, but you still want to party, New Orleans is a great place to go. You can watch it from the city, but they also have steamboats that will take you out to see the fireworks. So a lot of great spots.
And I can actually say I used to live in Nashville, and I went there every year, right on the water, and you are picking some good picks here. Also, Macy's has a map online where you kind of can be interactive and find some of the best places to look here in our area as well.
Yes, absolutely. And they actually have special designated viewing spots. So if you want to get in any of those, I'd recommend getting there pretty early so you can get a seat.
Great. Well, I love all these tips. Liana, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
And as we look ahead, happy summer and happy 4th of July to you as well.
Happy 4th of July.
Thank you.